So they'll be calling you a radical. So the Fukushima tank water fallacy is going in earnest. It blows my mind. So the last of the tracks coming out. This is the last load right here. I just talked to them. So I'm going to start tearing out that bad carpet. I remember when they wanted to put purple carpet in, and I had a fit like that ugly red rug up in Eastern Washington. Make you sick to even watch a game on TV. So talk about some Fukushima. I want people to understand, especially a lot of young athletes. I was a runner, a good one, and I ran the half mile. Let's call that the 880. So I don't think a lot of people realize this, that asphalt tracks are a pretty new phenomenon. The late 70s, they were rare. We ran on dirt tracks. I used to love to run on a good dirt track. Grass tracks. I've always thought that all tracks should be grass. I've always felt that. So should football fields. You know, of course, they had that big crown on it. I never played football in some of these fields. That crown was, ridiculous. I don't know how everybody didn't kill it. I played baseball at Weber High. Freaking right field, it was on a hill. It was the dumbest thing you ever seen. So, but gravel track, that's terrible on a gravel track. So, it's an unfair playing field because different asphalt tracks have different bounce, it's totally unfair. Like, I always go back to Rashid Shaheed right here. Yeah, this is real. This is real, 1930s. They used to have a baseball team here. So, they knew Bob Hayes, Rashid Shaheed. Bob Hayes on that track that he ran in those shoes, if he would have ran on the same track that Bolt runs on, he'd still hold the world record. Wouldn't he be close? Well, let's see. Was she going to be able to do it? Well, let's see. I don't know. Bob Hayes won the gold medal in Japan and a Super Bowl ring. So the new Bob Hayes ran on this track. I remember the first time I saw him run. Right up there. Right up there. I told Josh, who the fuck is that? He says, oh, that's Rashid Shaheed. And I'm like, I know that name. I started thinking, because I was doing work in the tide pools all week. He's San Diego, huh? Yeah. Yeah, so just got back from San Diego. Tide pools freaking nasty. Terrible. I want to give a call out to the activists in Pueblo, Comanche 3. I want to give them a call out. They're protesting because the governor, like all these other governors, the puppet masters, bow to your nuclear energy masters. 98, I saw Metallica right there in a lightning storm, the lightning door. Seriously, Rashid Shaheed I call lightning. And the reason I call him lightning is because at the University of Utah, he ran to kick up back, made it 7-0 or 7-7. Lightning struck the stadium at the University of Utah. They delayed the game for over now. Whittingham was shooting out both legs. And so, I mean, the dichotomy, let's see, you got a University of Utah guy coaching BYU defense, Jay Hill now. You got a BYU guy coaching University of Utah. I mean, up is down, black is white, wrong is right. Here, Elizabeth D. Shaw, Nuclear Stadium, the Water Scars. What's he talking about? So, thank you. So, the governor there comes out and says, oh, one of the new, because they're shutting down the coal plants. They should have been shut down 30 years ago. But why? Because opportunity costs. I did all the due diligence on it. I was the guy at the #1 school of business in the United States. They're unarguable via the chat. Beating Harvard, beating Princeton, beating Wharton. Either of us here at the same time. I mean, whoa. And we were a public institution. The opportunity cost that have been stole from wind and solar is obscene. Geothermal, it's been obscene. By who? The Nuclear Energy Crimes. You could keep doubling down. You can keep going, yeah, we're going to get nuclear, we're going to get it. When? How about NuScale? So the new one's gone public in Ohio. I mean, it's such a loot job. So they formed this company, get government pork out the yin-yang. They know damn well they ain't got one. They never will have one. What about when they tried them at Santa Susana, blew up? What's that in LA? How about Idaho National Lab when they're killing people off the sea when they tried it? How about 8/8/2019 on the White Sea in Russia when it killed the top 6 or 8 nuclear physicists in all of Russia? They don't work. They don't have them. There's no such thing. They're unicorns. They're fairy tales. But so These people, this guy's all over Ohio. Yeah, I took my company public. Well, he just pulled off. These are some of the greatest crimes in history. You formed this bullshit company on government fairy tale with no income, with no cash flow. Well, you get cash flow, government pork, with no product. You don't have anything. It's taken. I think I'll take, Easter Bunny public. I think I'm going to take Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy. Let's take the Tooth Fairy public. And they get all the pork. Then they go public. So New Scale insiders just dumped, the CEO just dumped 1.7 million shares. The initial price offering of that stock was $10. When they go public, it gets supported by you, the taxpayer, by you, they try to give it support. Then it crashes through. These guys unload. It's the biggest sham. And I'm an old investment banker. I taught this at the #1 school business in the country. I was a derivative arb guy. I taught that here. And now we're what? The FBI's in there on investigation. And they went. Oh. So I would be old in the news. So I worked for Dr. Hanley. He was the dean there. He was an All-American football player. He donated his brain to the foundation to study brain injuries when he died. I spoke at his wake. This is the most corrupt football program in the United States, bar none. So, through that era, oh God, I did the play-by-play. I had to sit watching the signals right there. Well, when I was in the bone marrow transplant dying of leukemia, they sold it off. They always wanted to get it. We were a powerhouse, 88.1, but that's how they play around here. It's disgusting. They sold it off for chump change. Run everybody out of town. I mean, the place is so corrupt, it's sick. So this football program is the most corrupt in the country. They got the death penalty. The NCAA just kept coming and hammering. Jody Sears, the worst coach in NCAA college football, bar none. And then he gets another gig at Sac State. Oh, my God. It was so corrupt. It was unbelievable. Look it up. Trading sex to take, really, at the testing center. Sex for great. I'm not shitty. I mean, you can go on and on and on and on this corruption. So Jay Hill rolls in here in terms of this legendary program around, but he's the greatest football coach in the history of this school, bar none. Bar none. Of course, we can go clear back to the 1920s. The campus was downtown. A guy named Wildcat Morris. Yeah, he's a local. One of the greatest that played here, maybe the greatest who ever played here. They won the national championship in the division they were in. Yeah, 1925, I believe. But the Jay Hill team. So the track comes out. So I have to tell the story at the end. I told it all the time. Right here, they had a machine right there. Coach Peterson, who I used to be friends with, I believe he's still alive. I don't know for sure. He told me, he says, you know how we got the first asphalt track in here? Because he knew. And I would light it up on a grass track, on a dirt track. I was okay on an asphalt track, pretty good. But there they are. Ooh, talk about nasty. Oh, so they're so bad. I can't believe they have parking hasn't been sued. They should be. I mean, nobody. The abuse of the parking here is so pathetic. It's unbelievable. It's illegal too, by the way. Sell more parking permits. They've got spaces for it. It's been going on for decades. So he said we had a machine in the technology center over there, and we'd have people from the community bringing tires, and we'd crash them right there. That's how they built the first track. And so he's well in his 90s, but there's a legendary track program here. Was. I knew Chip Heslip. I knew him way back in the day. Family High. So So the carpet's going to come out. This carpet's bad. I voted to put grass back in, but they're going to put more bad carpet back in. So I want to give a call out to Pueblo, the activists that are protesting no nuclear. The only football stadium in probably the world, well, at least in the United States, is named after one that Elizabeth B. Shaw. So all that money, Utah Construction G, when they merged. Oh yeah, this is University G. This is the house they built. So sure spent a lot of money to put all this new up here. It looks exactly the same as it did to me before. These guys just road tripping somebody. Pathetic. This time of year, there ain't nobody on this campus. Just total harassment. But that's what they do. So they protested. They've been protesting. No, no nuclear, and they use the F word, Fukushima. You know, hello. See no nuclear energy evil. See no nuclear energy evil. See no nuclear energy. Speak no nuclear energy evil. Speak no nuclear energy evil. Speak no nuclear energy. Smell no nuclear energy evil. Smell no nuclear energy evil. Smell no nuclear energy evil. Smell no nuclear energy. Where's your crown? Where's your crown? Metallica right here in Sun, 98. That's when Lee came into our school business. I remember telling Dr. Coolidge, this is bullshit. They're trying to switch the #1 school business in the name. You know, Warren Buffett, Bill Childs. Bill Childs gets an honorary degree for destroying the freaking school business. That's what they do. Reward failure. So, they got the death penalty. Jay Hill rolled in and turned this Titanic around. One of the greatest turnarounds in sports history. I think there's 5 or 6 players in the NFL off that same 2018 team. TJ, of course, for the Bills, lights out. He was a part of that great turnaround. Incredible player. Jonah Williams, he's local. He's the Rams. Of course, the great Rashid James, the greatest player who played here in my lifetime. Wildcat Morris. You know, so who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting somebody. Anyway, Josh Davis should be in the NFL. Maybe he will be this year. So I'm forgetting. Oh, the incredible Adam Rodriguez is playing for the Philadelphia Stars, just lighting it up. He's the best defensive player I ever saw in my life. I mean, there's about 10 of those guys off that team. I mean, you take 5 or 6 of those deep. Again, TJ, Jonah Williams, Adam Rodriguez. Who am I forgetting? Oh, Pettit. He's from Stansbury High School. He plays for the Eagles. He's off that team. You know, so all those guys. So the great Jay Hill. So the track comes out. So we can start tearing the carpet out. That carpet's so I think a lot, like I said, I want to say this for a lot of young athletes. I see Lindsay. I was up here when she used to run. Chick used to use rabbits up with her. Rabbit, pill them off. Rabbit, pill them off. Rabbit, pill them off. She used to blow my mind. She's open. So, a lot of great freaking track stars in this school over the years. Track was the king back in those days, remember? So I still love track. So, what the new carpet is, I don't take it long. Rip that out. And I'm hoping for real grass. I'm hoping for real grass. Let's do all the dirty work around here. Thank you in Colorado for protesting. This jersey's real bad. Oh yeah. Because my time frame isn't like this. So the tide pool San Diego tide pools are a disaster. You know, the water quality, all of it, the pneumatic acid. I've never seen such epic denial. Fukushima nuclear meltdowns. Denial is the greatest illness in human history. You know, part of the deal was when they restructured and the NCAA let them off the mat without. Hanley wanted to clear the program and turn it into men's soccer, which probably should have happened. They were bleeding so much money; it was so corrupt. It was ridiculous. These coaches that were in front of Jay Hill were it was beyond dirty, way beyond dirty. And I had to sit here and I witnessed it all. It was bad. It was just, of course, the great Trevon Smith. Yeah. One of the greatest, might be the greatest besides Rashid Shaheed who ever played on this field. I'll beat to death in a jail cell. They won't even mention his name on this field. It's about every record you could ever think of. That wasn't that long ago. Where's your crown? Where's your crown? Never free, never Kevin D, never me. Because I did the unforgiven. Rip me open, pour me out. There's things in sanctions. What's the unforgiven? I said to you, F word. I'm a scripts biologist. I'm an oceanographer. I'm a Weber State science professor. I'm a Weber State biologist. I'm a Weber State economics finance professor. Look up the FBI. What's Fukushima? I'm a butcher. What's a cow? I'm a baker. What's a K? I'm a fisherman. What's a boat? I'm a football player. What's fucking fake grass? I'm a runner. What's an asphalt track? I'm a scientist. What's pseudo? The pseudo de facto world we live in. I'm a marine biologist. I'm a science professor at Weber State University. I'm a finance economics. I'm a history professor. What's Fukushima? Never free, never me. The greatest catastrophe in human history. Don't say the F word, Blanch. Whatever you do, don't say the fucking F word. The F word. Your team put me. So that shitty ass asphalt track was so wore out, so bad. That I don't know what kind of surface, but the surfaces are unfair. Some more have more bounce than others. Certain athletes run better on them than others. Sure seems like a lot of concrete. So this is the big thing around here. We got an electric bus we're putting in that they've been working on since 1999. And I'm not shitting you. I'm not kidding you. Pouring so much. They've had Harrison Boulevard torn up for years. I mean, the carbon footprint that they left, because what? Cement makes a massive, people don't even know how concrete and cement are made. You know, the massive, massive, incredible footprint. It looks no different than it did before. You know, I don't know why they did it. Tore the KLO box out. That's all they did, but don't look no different, no size different. You know, the track needed to come out. So that's the end of it. He's right at the very last scoops of it right here. Legendary athletes. That's the end of the track. He's right on the last couple loads, right on the turn. You can see it's a dirt track. I'm all for leaving it dirt. I used to love to run on a dirt track. It's more organic and natural, right? We start tearing the carpet out here soon. It's some bad carpet now. As you can see, it's all gone. They got it all out. This is right at the last scoops. Just finishing it up right now. So the end of the historic Weber State asphalt track. It's over. We'll see how they replace it and what they put in. But go team! Metallica right there. So lightning struck the state, or it was all over, and so they went into their trailer. Everybody thought it was over. They've been in the trailers for a long time, and they came back out. There couldn't have been 1,200 people left in here. I'm not shitting. That was '98. It's been downhill ever since. Obey your nuclear energy masters. That's what they do at Weber State, because this is the house of the Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate. Don't forget the Browning Arms. For profiteer you. Never free, never me. Where's your crown? Where's your crown? Where's your crown here in Ogden? Where's your crown? Where's your crown? Where's your crown? Where's your crown? It's gone public in Ohio. New scale from hell. The Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate. What a bunch of dirtbags. And the sheep believe nuclear's going to save the world. What's Fukushima? The greatest catastrophe in human history. Fukushima denial, the greatest mental illness in human history. Stay in